All right, welcome race fans to another race in the 2024 Super Mario Brothers 3 Warpless tournament. We are going to be joined here in a moment by my co-commentator High Flyer to help me call the race, and the racers are just about ready here. Today we have a matchup between NeoShazam and current Super Mario 3 world record holder narfman0, who very, very recently set the world record with a 50-minute, 7-second run. So, of course, GG's to Narfman on that one. I think we're in for a great race today. So, we've seen these racers a couple times. They've been putting up solid times in the tournament, and I think this is going to be very exciting. I'm excited for this one.
All right, just want to give everyone an update. I did release the flag, or drop the flag, I should say, in race time. So we'll give the time for race stream and SpeedGaming and the Twitch streams to come together, and we'll see those -15s drop, and we'll get this race started. And yeah, again, GG's to Narfman. I believe it was yesterday around noon Eastern that did get the world record. Yeah. First sub 50 or was it 50 OX pace world record. So yeah, very impressive.
Very interesting. We see Narfman throwing in a 7-7 clip attempt there just briefly. I wonder if we're going to see that in the run. That is one of the most difficult clips. All of the clips pose their challenges. The 7-7 clip, though, is a creature unto itself in a lot of ways. I will be surprised if we see him go for that, but he has been known to YOLO pretty hard.
Yeah. And you see Neo getting a little tripped up there, but and as soon as I say that, misses the jump onto the Koopa, but luckily didn't take a hole-in-one there. Oh man. Whew, get out of there. Oh boy.
Somehow maintaining his P speed through all of that. Very impressive in its own way.
Yeah, for sure. And we're getting a little freeze frame action. We do know there's some difficulties with Twitch right now, so bear with us as we try to get these feeds nice, cleanly provided to you, but no guarantees.
All right, and just based off the timers, we do see Narfman coming in with just a small lead. He's going to grab the leaf here and fly up to the alternate exit in this level. It is a few seconds faster. Neo also getting the leaf grab, flying up and saving that few seconds on the alternate exit here. Nicely done.
And we're going to see a quick syncing in the streams here. So that was planned. Everything from here on out is all on the Twitch god, so yeah.
Narfman going for the MFP tunnel. You see him bonking on that downward tunnel there. It does save a little time, but that's a tricky strat.
All right, 3-second difference entering 1-6. Okay, no belly flops, no frame rolls, both easy and free 1-6.
A little freeze frame on Neo's side there. But as World 1 went, we didn't see any major flubs from either player. Aside, Neo's 1-1 was a little shaky, but aside from that, you're seeing the players get through World 1 pretty cleanly.
I mean, yeah, and despite all that, Neo's still getting a 229 A press on the castle. That is still, anything under 230 is really good.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Both of these players can be pretty consistent, and I think, even if they encounter trouble, they're going to know in many, many cases what to do to get out of that trouble and how to mitigate the time loss. So, small mistakes may add up over time, but I think we'll see them bouncing back.
Yeah, couldn't put it better myself. I mean, if anything, these two runners grind this game a lot. I mean, granted, NeoShazam doesn't grind the early hammer manipulation like Narfman does, so we'll just have to keep an eye on Narfman's screen to make sure he doesn't accidentally muscle memory some of that early hammer manipulation strategies that we've seen, I believe, in his first race.
Yeah, Narfman typically does some... I'm not going to go into the technical details, but does some manipulation to get that early hammer and skips 3 levels in World 2 that he is now going to be forced to play in all likelihood. So 3 levels he is not actually that used to playing, interestingly.
I mean, then again, he could get a natural TAS early hammer. I mean...
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
I don't know if we've ever seen it in a tournament before. That's something we would have to ask the higher ups there that have been around longer than we have.
If I'm not mistaken, I know last year Stewie got a 1 death and a post 2-3 in the tournament. But that's about as much as you could possibly hope for.
Yeah, at that point, we need to check Stewie's Nintendo.
Yeah, I think there's some suspicious soldering on the inside of the hardware there.
All right, nothing bad ever happens in 2-2. I mean, both runners make it through clean. So Narfman's going to be able to avoid the Dom box if he would like to. He doesn't have to play it because it will have to move either up or left or right, excuse me. So he can't avoid it.
And Narfman getting peace speed as early as possible in this fortress and able to save a couple of seconds over what NeoShazam does there. So peace speed in this game is pretty vital. It's something like 40% faster than Mario's normal running speed. So when you see that peace speed meter going, Mario is running at full speed, and that's what the runners are going to be trying to do as often as possible over the course of the run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like you mentioned there, Narfman having to play levels he normally does not play, and I don't know if he was trying to go for a green rocket there, but... Oh, and NeoShazam did get it. We see the shell going much faster there.
Yeah, and that strat is not free. I mean, it's a little bit technical. It can be difficult, and if Neo does it hundreds of times over the course of his races, and Narfman rarely is called upon to do it. And no player getting early hammer here. I just want to point out, once you've hit the sands, the early hammer is it's over at that point for your early hammer chances. So both players doing a pretty standard route here. No exceptional luck for either of them.
Although they are taking different routes because of the positioning of their Hammer Bros. NeoShazam's actually going to take a gamble that the Hammer Bro will go up past the pyramid. Just like Narfman, I think, was hoping for the same thing. And Neo actually gets the better luck there. He actually went into the castle, which you kind of want in this case. Well, at least better than what it could have been.
Yeah, in one sense, it's really important for the fire kill. The boss pattern is based off of how much time you spend exiting the level, so it's influenced by map movement and where the Hammer Brothers are. So Narfman not going to have a very favorable boss kill pattern here from this position, and NeoShazam likely to have a boss kill pattern that he's very comfortable with.
Yep. Very late 806 press and gets the swag. So about a 4-second difference here.
And Neo had an 8:10. Both players put it in some pretty solid times through World 2 at this point. So keeping it close and doing a lot of things right in both cases.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no major mistakes. I mean, they both had to take. They both took different paths for 2-4 and 2-5, but overall they still pretty much ended up same time difference after World 1.
And I did hear Narfman mention in his stream the other day how unfamiliar with a variety of fire kill patterns he is, which I was a little surprised to hear, but I'll be very curious to see how he handles this one. This is kind of an unusual boss pattern, and I'm not even sure which one it is myself.
Probably run for your life.
Well,
I mean, that
let's
was
hope
like
not, but
that was like movement of 4 or 5. Oh no, he actually got the go into the pit.
yeah,
Okay.
walking off the ledge, and then Neo, of course, getting a clean fire kill. He got a very nice pattern there. Both
Nice.
runners dealing with different patterns, but clean kills.
Yeah, only a 2-second difference now. Because Neo did get the favorable, or at least a better pattern than Narfman did. I think Narfman was expecting the run for your life because he didn't even go. He didn't even go for the when Morton just falls down in there, which is probably the second, or at least I would say the first backup fire kill we usually practice.
Yeah, if he had maybe been a little bit slower on the map, Morton can start jumping around, and you'd have some real issues there.
Mm-hmm,
Ooh,
yeah.
Narfman with the jump, saving. I have heard about a 1/10 of a second in that situation. That first frame jump in this level.
All right.
Yep, about we're looking at some half frames here, some half frame time saves.
All right, and yep, assuming we're gonna see some 3-2P speed action, both are going for it. So far, Narfman has it, Neo has it.
Yeah, that's a strong
nice.
showing from both players. No one gaining or losing any time off of that strat.
No, that was very clean from both. Oh no, but Narfman gets a runaway, and so does Neo.
Earliest possible runaway, bro, for both players.
Oh
So
no.
it's not good, but that does mean that Hammer Brother has the most opportunities to come back, I always say.
Ooh, Narfman falling into the water, but was able to quickly recover. But Neo will save some time on that, just alone, just on that. Yeah, let's see what the bros do from here.
Oh, Narfman comes back. Neo's comes back.
But the thing is here, Narfman was forced to play this bro, so he has to hope that he does not run away again. Oh, Jesus.
So, for those who don't know, the problem with Runaway Bro is there is a drawbridge in this level that you want to cross, and every time an event happens, like fighting a bro or beating a level or taking a death, the state of the drawbridge opens or closes. And so if you play both Hammer Brothers and the levels you expect to, the state of the drawbridge is correct and you're able to move on. If you die or don't fight one of the bros, you are left with a bad bridge situation. So if he runs away, there's no easy way to make up the time difference.
Okay, so Neo's actually going to end up playing both of them, looks like, because he has no choice. He probably thought about skipping them, but it came back. And Narfman's did come back. Let's see if it runs away again. It does not. So that's good for Narfman.
Yeah, both players able to narrowly avoid some pretty bad RNG there. Neo, I think, played it smart by going up to fight the Hammer Brother. You know, whether he ran away or didn't run away, I think that's the correct decision there. To just kind of minimize your losses.
Yeah, so in case of anyone's wondering why NeoShazam equipped the cloud so early, he basically did a buffer to pull up the inventory as soon as possible, which saves you a few frames from instead of waiting. So that's really all that was, but does the same thing.
And the players really just, you know, half a level or even a couple of screen transitions apart from each other still. Really keeping it tight here in World 3.
Oh yeah, being in the same level, I mean, can't get any closer than that. Both getting the H jump, very nice. Alright, 14-14. And 23, so 9-second difference.
Yeah, both players, I'd say, playing pretty well. Handling the problems that have been thrown at them with a cool head. You know, this could be a close one. They've bypassed, you know, some of the worst RNG possibilities that the game has, and you know, they'll be moving on to the later part of the game here, pretty tied up.
Yeah, narfman technically had 2 runaways there. I mean, he was 1 away from having to do some weird shenanigans to avoid what would have happened there, but you know, luckily the bro did not run away. But I mean, the lead would have definitely went to NeoShazam at that point.
And I think we'll see both players doing the fire kill on Wendy. Narfman's might be a little more aggressive here, I think. But this is... Ooh!
Yeah, aggressive for sure, but... Oh, wow. That's unfortunate, but at least he didn't die. And,
now, rule of thumb is that starting World 4 without fire might cost you about 10 seconds. So that could have really narrowed the gap there. Fire is a significant advantage in World 4 in a lot of places.
Yeah, that lead just shrunk by 4 seconds, so about a 5-second difference now instead of 9, just from that fire kill alone.
So Narfman going to be showing us a variety of alternate strats here at the beginning of World 4. He's going to have to, you know, grab this turtle shell, which I doubt he normally does. And he'll have to do something different in 4-2 as well.
Yeah.
Neo also getting the shell P-speed strat there. Missed that last pipe, but just by a little bit. Okay, Narfman with a solid 4-2 backup. I had not seen that one, actually. That was not one I was familiar with. But it seemed like it worked out, and Neo ended up having to do something that took about the same amount of time there. So... both of them getting through.
Okay, bro in the good spot there for Narfman, and best bro there for NeoShazam.
Yeah, the bro there really cuts down on the possibility for having to fight extra Hammer Brothers, just getting them out of the way early, cutting down on shenanigans opportunities.
Alright, 4-3. It seems like a scary level, but it's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, there's a couple tight jumps in 4-3, but if you get comfortable with them, you can do it very consistently. And I didn't get to see how Neo handled it, but he came out of the level with fire, which is the most important thing here.
Yep. Ooh, gets the P speed on top of 4-4. Ooh, Neo does not. Let's see how he takes this. Okay, he goes for the bop there and gets it. He needs to be careful here because this is definitely where you can get sniped if you're not careful. No!
Ooh,
Oh.
he failed to get the super swim off of that block, and that is just throwing his whole pattern off. That level's very particular. Small movement changes will change the patterns of those Lakitu enemy throws quite a bit. Narfman handling 4-6 without fire pretty well. He was ready to go with that backup. We'll see Neo doing the same thing. Now, did we just see Neo get boxless P-Wing? Is that what I just saw? Did he screen scroll that Hammer Brother?
I wasn't looking. You might have.
And anyone in chat confirm, was that boxless? Oh, boxless star. Interesting. So if... Yeah, I'm curious how he's going to handle... curious how he's going to handle what's next in that case. He very well could forego getting a P-Wing completely. I know that Neo is pretty comfortable playing 6-10, and so getting boxless star and playing 6-10 and being short a P-Wing, I don't think is that big of an issue for him.
All right, let's see time difference here. We had a 20:03 touchdown for Narfman. 28, so 25-second difference.
Yeah, Narfman able to pull ahead a little bit. I think there's, a variety of things happening there, but I am not entirely certain what Narfman's P-Wing routing strategy will be. In Worlds 4 and 5, there are 2 P-Wings available, as well as a place to use them, and so I'm not sure what choice he'll be making in his race about, using P-Wings and acquiring P-Wings and what his thought process is.
Yeah, we'll only find out in due time when we get to World 5.
Given the boxless star, though, I do fully anticipate NeoShazam skipping the P-Wing altogether. And we got Narfman confirming his mind is not made up. Luckily, he's got a couple of minutes to think about it and to dwell on the matter here in this extremely thrilling auto-scroller.
And we're being on the World 4 airship. You know what that means, Spicy?
Tell me, Flyer.
It is dad joke time. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of sense of rhythm?
I don't know. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of rhythm?
A metronome.
Wah, wah. That's pretty good, though. I hadn't heard that one before. That's pretty good.
And then I know Teeks will follow up with a better one, and I'll get booed off the stage, so...
A truck loaded with Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. That's gold, Teeks. That's gold. I like that one.
Oh boy. Anyway, Narfman not doing P-Wing route here in 5-1.
Yep, Narfman going for a more traditional route, holding on to fire, and also avoiding the need to do wall jumps and unnecessary clips later in the run by, keeping the P-Wing that he could have used in 5-1.
Yeah, let's see if Neo does end up going for this P-Wing. The bros are okay where they're at, but he definitely would need really good RNG here. He would need the star to stay out of the way, mainly.
And then if he didn't use his box, he'd really be hoping to skip the music box that the Hammer Brother in the Sky has.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless he gets great luck here, I think we'll see him put him to sleep.
Alright. Okay, not boxing, so it looks like he might be going for that P-Wing, bro. Oh, Narfman's going for it.
Ooh. So, Narfman has a P-Wing now. Going for a pretty traditional route here with some P-Wings and not needing to mess around too much with some more inconsistent strats in the late game.
Neo boxing after the fort. Unless I missed something. I think that was the P-Wing, bro, on the bottom.
And maybe it was just a risk mitigation in case he died in the fort, and then your music box would be wasted. So maybe just as a race safety strat, boxing afterwards. I'm not sure.
I was always told boxing before the fort was better.
Yeah, that's what I see people doing almost all of the time. But Narfman extending his lead to nearly a full level here. This is he is pulling out a little bit. And they're both gonna need to fight the Hammer Brother in the Sky. Ooh, but Narfman taking a little bit of damage. Let's see if he grabs the tail here. Nope, he's gonna power up using a star in the next level.
Yeah, I think the fireball, he shot it right on the block, which ended up missing the Paragoomba there, which is why he took damage. Yep. Very nice so far. There we go. There we go. Snipe for Hocus.
Yeah, that's a nice clean fire grab. A little bit tricky, but he pulled it off pretty flawlessly.
Ah, nice. Another snipe for Hocus.
Alright, Narfman in the fort. It is not the most challenging level in the world, but there is a lot of lava down there, so you want to be somewhat cautious.
Yeah, there's at least 2 to 3 different ways you can navigate through this level, but yeah, one being the one that Neo just did, where you're jumping right onto that little platform, and yeah, as long as you land somewhere in the middle of that, it should be just about safe.
Yeah, we saw Narfman do that too. I think that's maybe the most common way to do it.
Yeah.
It just is a couple of jumps. Ooh, Narfman with that earlier P speed. Just a little bit faster than the standard P speed build on that level.
Yeah.
Of course, as the world record holder, you are going to see him trying to squeeze out some frames with some strats in these levels and opting to do some things that are slightly faster, saving fractions of a second in a variety of places.
And they do add up, that's for sure. Oh, and
All right.
Narfman not going for the poop block. I think that's an invalid run, and I think Neo should just be by by default should be declared the winner.
You'd think the organizer of the tournament and world record holder would have a little more respect for the poop block, frankly.
Yeah, you would think. Oh no, Neo doesn't get any. No color difference.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, never mind. This is a draw. A double loss.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Narfman diving right in with an aggressive fire kill and absolutely nails it.
Yeah. Yeah, very sweaty for sure. I think Neo got the regular movement of 2, if I saw correctly, but I could be wrong. Let's see what oh no, he goes right in. Okay.
I think it might have been a movement of 4. Yeah, that looks like a movement of 4 pattern. So
yeah.
he knew what to expect and knew to go in right away.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, the only way you were going right away from 5A is if you got either movement of 0 or movement of 4, so yeah.
And the players coming up to a variety of levels that pose some challenges here. You're going to see Mario going small in this world and then having to navigate some stuff where you're going to really need to be careful and make sure you're on top of your inputs. A Narfman with the overkill on the Boom Boom there with the star. It's exactly what you want to see. I'm not sure why that causes the orb to go into the middle of the room, but that is that's how she plays out.
Yeah, we're gonna see NeoShazam going for the star kill on the Boom Boom also. And gets it, very nice. As the devs intended.
Okay, Narfman going straight into this Hammer Brother fight. He must have got a good look at it. Oh, that is the star. Well, I guess it didn't matter. It was blocking his path. So that is actually a Hammer Brother you don't want to play in this world. That star doesn't really have any utility in terms of saving time. So you're just losing around 12 seconds. Oh, Narfman gets the despawn.
All right, nice squirrel kick by NeoShazam there. Very safe. It doesn't lose you that much time, but it definitely is a bit slower than the traditional sweatier version.
Now, if Neo can get a little lucky here with this bro, he can make up a few seconds off of what Narfman has had happen.
No.
Alas.
I think the only time he's saving is the fact the bro ran on top of him.
So both runners going to have some extra... Oh, Narfman using that extra star to some advantage here, actually.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
You know, I'm not sure, but it did get him a clean P-Speed build.
Yeah.
It looks like he's setting up for wall jump in the next level. You want to be small to do that wall jump. I guess I'm not maybe 100% on top of what his inventory includes at the moment.
I would hope that was intentional, because if that was accidental, he could have accidentally hit that whistle. There we go, second try.
Second try.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is just seeing it over from Neo's side is that I don't think he had much lag. So maybe he just saved some frames there, just using the star instead. Because he's probably going to go for fast 7 too, I would assume.
Well, my understanding is that if you do a no turn back 7-8, you're able to set up your subpixel for the wall jump in the previous fortress level. And so I think that's one of the reasons people use a star in that level sometimes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that does make sense. Oh. Yep. Neo going for 610, something you don't see very often, but there is some routes in Warpless where it's doing 610 is actually the play.
Yep, and that, he skipped the P-Wing that he could have gotten in Worlds 4 or 5. And so that's a pretty solid option, and he played it well enough. Seemed like he was pretty comfortable with what happened in there. But we do see Narfman has built up a bit of a lead here. He's slowly but surely gaining those little bits of time in lots of places, and it is starting to build up to a more significant lead.
And Narfman gained the pixel jump there on the where we go for first class. But we'll be riding with the luggage.
Probably just got a little peek past the curtain to see what they were serving up there, but we may never know.
Yeah, and then kind of got stomped into the cargo.
And Neo with that 610 route also has a fire flower here, so we'll have the option of a fire kill on this boss, which is an opportunity to make up a couple of seconds again.
Oh, Neo, that doesn't even care for first class.
Neo's a runner for the people. He doesn't need the fancy things in life.
Yeah. So it looks like Narfman's gonna go for the duck clip. So he was facing right. Unless he does the Louis rub.
I am not sure. I think
I think he is a duck clipper.
Duck clip. I think he's a duck clip.
Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Neo.
Ooh. Neo with a full glass of half and half on that stomp / fire kill there.
Narfman didn't go for the duck clip, so I think Narfman has some Narfman manipulation strats here.
Oh, he is struggling with the clip. You hate to see someone take this many attempts. I hope someone in chat is counting, because I can't count this high. I cannot count this.
This is starting to remind me of the Health and Teeks race.
Oh, he does finally get in, but Neo with an opportunity right here.
Yes. If he gets his first try... Oh,
he rubs.
A little late on the jump there.
Ooh,
okay, that's not bad, though.
That's not bad. That's a significant improvement in his situation here. He should also save a little time, because he is not going to need to equip the star in this level to get P speed.
Yeah, that's very true. Very nice. Ooh, pipe to pipe, let's go.
You love to see it. And you know, 7-3, perhaps the easiest level in World 7, aside from the ones you just fly over completely with a P-Wing. But you know, it's not trivial, and both players are playing it very cleanly.
Yeah.
Now, Narfman has an extra P-Wing I'm counting in his inventory there. I suspect we're going to see Narfman P-Wing 7-9. I am not entirely certain, but I know he is a fire route player, so using a P-Wing in 7-9, you know, he's not going to have the hammer suit from 7-8 that Neo, I believe, is going to get. I think we're going to see another P-Wing used in 7-9, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Doesn't want to cloud over 7-9 and possibly die in the 4, then yeah. It would be an Narfma GG for sure.
Neo with an incredibly robust inventory of stars there. That is a lot more items than someone wants to have in their inventory. And, you know, indicates some bad bro RNG over the course of the run.
Very nice. Ooh, gets the good star grab there.
And this is where we're going to see the route for these runners really diverge. Neo is getting the hammer suit, and Narfman is, I believe, going to acquire a fire flower in 7-9. And so we'll see the end of the game looking somewhat different for these guys.
Ooh, going for that mid clip, and unfortunately doesn't get it. Oh, this is where the race. This might be where the race comes down to, depending on how this goes for Neo. Oh, he's going. Oh no, he's going ham. Ooh boy.
Yeah, going for the big boy strat here with the hammer suit and the upstairs of the fortress.
Toughest part done.
That is tough, and taking it a little easier in the basement. It looks like not going complete aggro. And
Kobe, let's go.
Hey, there we go. That's a nice hammer throw right there. That is a nice hammer throw.
I wonder where he learned that from. Oh no.
Ooh, Narfman taking damage. So we are really... We're gonna see him trying to find a fire flower somewhere. First available fire flower is in the Navy in World 8. So I assume we are gonna see him attempt to get it.
Well, he can get it right here in the airship.
Oh, of course. You can get it in the 7 airship. What am I talking about?
Yeah, both blocks too. Yeah, both blocks giving out fire flowers.
Narfman will be able to get fire flower immediately. I don't know if this is going to affect the fire kill pattern in a way that he's not going to be able to do it. Probably not a situation he is in all that often.
Yeah, and despite NeoShazam having this lead, that we still have to just remember that Narfman, you know, did play both 7-9 and the 4. So he will still have that cloud. So in theory, even though one has hammer, one has fire, one has a cloud, one doesn't, this will still ultimately come down to the hands.
Yeah, and you know, it's gonna be a little difficult to tell exactly who's in the lead. The fortress that Narfman intends on skipping is a little bit over 40 seconds, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, we're well within hands RNG to decide the winner.
Yeah, so Shazam having the hammer will be able to save time with the boom boom hammer kills. Not that much to fire, but it is still a time save.
He had to
the
really
only-
realize his
Yeah.
time save.
Oh, okay. 21. And let's see if Narfman goes for a fire kill here, actually.
Looks like he
Nope.
threw out a couple of fireballs to test the waters, but that pattern was, not a pattern you're going to see all the time, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was... I think we're about 20-second difference. Yep, 25. Okay, thank you, Teeks. Okay, so yeah, that... Oh, boy. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I know with Hammer Suit, you can do 8F in about 37-ish. It's been a while since I've tested it out, but yeah, it is around the 40-second mark, assuming, you have a few hiccups, but...
And the real opportunity to save time with the Hammer Suit requires you to keep it all the way to the final fight with Bowser. That is where the bulk of the time save occurs.
Mhm.
So... Neo gonna really want to hold on to this fire suit to the end of the game. He's invested quite a bit of time already getting it, and so you just don't really save any time if you don't keep it and kill Bowser with it.
Alright, we're gonna be stuck in auto-scroller land for the next 2 minutes, I'd say. Maybe a little more, roughly. Depending on whose screen you're looking at. And NeoShazam going for the D-lag strats. If you don't do what NeoShazam just did there'll be too many sprites on screen, and they'll cause all this unnecessary lag you don't want. You actually end up losing a little bit of time from it. Hey Stewie, I'm sparing everybody from the dad jokes. I think everybody likes Teeks better anyway. So.
Your last one was pretty good. Flyer. It's gonna be tough to top that anyway.
All right. You don't have to go for Navy Fire Grab if you have either fire already or a better item. Oh! Narfman gets the Wrangless. Let's go.
Now that saves a couple of seconds right there and is a
Yeah.
fire route exclusive opportunity. It's not guaranteed you'll get it, but it is nice when it happens.
Yeah.
So both players just, hanging out on a boat. You're not gonna see them do much that saves time in this level. There's not even really a D-lag situation. You're just kind of doing what you have done every time before and trying to get through the level without taking damage.
Alright, I'll tell one for Stewie since he's politely asking. But in case Spicy you didn't know, I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
Oh. Oh, Teeks, man. That one's too much.
Oh, hands time. Oh, 99% hands. Oh my god. So NeoShazam really needs to hope that Narfman gets 3 hands, honestly, at this rate. Because, oh my god.
That I am at a loss to describe what I've just seen.
Oh no. Okay, but wow, okay. So in a way tied right now in hands, but again, Neo cannot get another hand. He really needs to go and Narfman get the next one to somewhat keep this close.
Narfman is gonna be skipping a level.
Oh my
god. Okay.
No way. Handler 2's all around. Oh no!
Oh my God, Narfman! In perhaps the most dangerous hand, those fish can get out of control pretty quick. But he does get through. Now, Narfman, of course, gonna be using the cloud to skip a level. If everything goes according to plan, he'll skip the fort.
Ooh. Neo almost fell off. Oh boy. This has been intense.
Yeah, rightly pointed out that if Narfman takes damage at an inopportune time, getting Fire Flower back can be pretty costly in World 8.
Yes, that is true.
Particularly if he's forced to play the fort instead of another level. Okay, that was 49-12. Well, maybe pick a better spot for me to figure out what the time is, or someone else figure it out.
Yeah, the only places you can get a Fire Flower after this, there's Air Force, is 8-1 and the fort. So yeah, definitely wants to keep it.
Neo dunking on 8-1, by the way.
Yeah, let's go.
Just absolutely dunking on it.
Yeah, let's see how the Dark Room's gonna decide. I would say the race, honestly. That's what I'm calling, at least. And 8-2 is gonna be very sweaty here because I don't know. I think NeoShazam does go for the big boy strats. Yeah, he does. Come on, get it. Nice. As Narfman dunks on 8-1 also. Wow,
yeah,
very nice.
Neo really trying to get all that advantage out of the hammer suit that he can here.
Yeah, so Narfman's gonna play 8-2 while we're gonna see NeoShazam goes in the fort, so it's all gonna come down to who gets to the pipe first, they get the lead.
Well, and NeoShazam should save a few seconds in Bowser's castle with the hammer suit, so if he can get to Bowser's castle sooner or at the same time as Narfman, it's looking very good for him.
Yeah, he could even be, I believe, 4 seconds behind and still be okay. Yeah, Narfman's definitely going to get there a lot quicker.
Yeah, Narfman
Nice.
looking to have just enough of a lead here. It is now Narfman's race to win.
He just has 14 seconds.
He's just got to close out and have a clean fire kill with no mishaps on Bowser.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is the staircase, the one-up clip, losing P-speed. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, we'll see if NeoShazam goes for the elevator skip. I think you do save a few seconds, if I'm not mistaken, going for that. So that's another factor.
True. And Bowser's Castle not free for either runner, so
no,
it's not the most difficult level in the game, but it's far from the easiest. And with the pressure of the race on the line at the end, you know, the nerves in Bowser's Castle on a good run can be pretty substantial.
Let alone just trying to tell Tank 2 to hurry up, go faster. Oh boy. All right, let's do it. Bowser's Castle, here we are. 52-10. Narfman not going for the elevator skip, just gonna play it safe. I know he's watching because he's been in chat most of the time. So he's definitely playing as safe as he can. Everything clean so far.
One up clip, no problem. P-speed here, we'll see.
It's all gonna come down to this room and Bowser himself. Will Bowser treat Narfman kindly? Oh no, come on, Neo. And... oh my god. He didn't duck.
Did he not
or
duck?
did I just... I didn't see a duck, unless he ducked really quickly. But either way, he still takes down Bowser.
Oh, and Neo, you see how fast he just melted Bowser there with the hammer suit, making this a very close finish. Really, really good.
official race time from Narfman, a 53:09, and NeoShazam with a 53:22, only 13 seconds.
Well, what a race. What a race. And we saw two just vastly different routes, but really great gaming on both sides. GG's, guys.
Yeah, and joining us now, the world record holder officially now himself, Narfman. GG's, man.
Hey there, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, knock knock, hello world. Wow. So I very foolishly.
I think you may have cut out there, Narfman.
Yeah, very foolishly, and as we get Narfman back, NeoShazam joins us in the commentary booth.
Very foolishly insert verb here.
Oh yeah, I was watching the Twitch chat, and I definitely shouldn't have done that. That was distracting. Yeah. GG, man. Awesome job.
Yeah, don't be like Stewie and chat with us while he's racing. I think.
Yeah, GG's Neo as well.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was so close. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, I mean, you're cutting out here and there, but yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I'm shocked that it was that close. I just felt I was getting just crushed by RNG. Nervous in 1-1, which was basically time loss on me. World 2 was okay. World 3 was okay, I guess. It looked like the runaway bro basically just wasted time, so that's another 6 seconds. World 4 kind of on me. And just little things here and there. World 5, I don't know if you caught that, but there was 6.
Neo cutting out quite a bit here, unfortunately. But yeah, the race.
I think what Neo's trying to say was maybe Hammer Bro movements. He's cutting in now and trying to make up. Something happened in World 4. I mean, there was a lot of Twitch issues, so I think we might have missed maybe some of the things he's trying to talk about.
That's entirely possible. Like 6 movements of 4.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, because he I think he went for the Hundo pattern for the Roy fight. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it was impressive, and I got a lot of time over him in World 5, so that checks out.
It was really close out of World 3, and then there was some separation in World 4, and I think at that point you were able to extend the lead a little bit for a while before it started to tighten up again in 7-1. Really, 7-1 made a big difference, and we speculated, Narfman, about your clip manipulation attempt. It seemed like you moved right, but then went for standing clip. We were not totally sure what you were doing there.
Yeah, so I went right, and then my concern is, after that I fat finger. So I was on subpixel 0, and I stopped. And my concern is, if you duck clip, but you hold down too long, then you miss it. So I was going to do rub on the pipe and go in, which I did, but I think I jumped too early, and so I didn't rub enough. And then I had several attempts that worked, but it was not the right subpixel, so that was a bummer. And yeah, I wasted. I think it was like 30-something seconds wasted over first try, so that was a bummer. So yeah, Neo destroyed it and got up like so much just in 7-1 alone.
Also, I had a couple of questions about routing. I mean, you had a P-wing for 7-9, Narfman. Can you talk us through the routing and how that came to happen?
Yeah, I really have been up in the air on what I wanted to do with routing. The dong box kind of got out of the way, which is nice for guaranteed movements of 1. So I just went with that. After that, it was I figured, hey, why don't I just try to pick up a P-Wing in World 4 or 5? And it worked out really well in 5 that it was just the P-Wing, so I thought, hey. And then I'm so used to starting 6-8 and wall jumping, I figured I'd go for that as well. And I was going to clip 7-9, but I thought, well, I have this free P-Wing, so I can use that instead. So it was mostly determined right there at the beginning of World 5 when I dropped in chat, like, yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty undecided myself. But then the P-Wing bro came down and was a guaranteed no extra bro, that kind of resolved it for me.
Yeah, makes sense. And you were able to wall jump 6-9 second try, so obviously you're pretty comfortable with that strat. Didn't really lose too much time there. And Neo, I had a question about your routing as well. You scrolled over the P-Wing in World 4 to get a boxless star fight. Was that what did you know that was what you were choosing to do? And what was your thought process there?
Yeah, basically I just was like, oh well, I'll take the one bro here because I've been getting all the bros in World 5 so many times recently. I was just like, well, I'll take that, I'll play 6-10. Not realizing that the World 5 bros were going to move 6 times in that world, and then I was also going to get the World 6 star bro, so I was just very agitated during much of the run, and I'm shocked that it's this close. I was fully expecting to get that third hand because it just felt like tons of the bros were just piling on the time.
Yeah, well, you persevered through some difficult RNG there, and we did note you had really a tremendous number of stars in your inventory in World 7.
It looked like P-Wings. I just opened it up and there's the whistle and then like everything else is a star, and I'm just like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's like it looked like a New Game Plus menu opening.
Actually, that was another routing minor thing on my side. I didn't know what I was going to do in 6-9 or 7-2 because I kind of wanted to start 7-2 still. But then I got the World 6 Star Bro, and I was like, well, thank you, buddy. You're just clarifying this. I'll star 6-8 and 7-2. So it worked out.
So it sounded like you may have accidentally entered 7-1, and that was how it got close. What other bad things happened to make it close? Because I felt, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna 51. I'm gonna be sitting here going through getting the third hand, and he's gonna be finishing. So I guess what happened on your side?
So the big thing was 7-1. I think I was mid 51 pace to 7-1. I wasted 30-something seconds. I want to say it was 32, 35, something like that in 7-1. So that was huge. And then there's a lot of kind of nickel-dime stuff. I lost firepower in the 7F2. That was unfortunate. And then that kind of got me a little wibbly-wobbly. And then I got a couple of hands. Weird World 8 stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of little things. And a bunch of big things, too. I got that weird Ludwig pattern. So normally if you get fire and you've pre-boxed 7F2, normally you want to wait one fence post, right? But I was Big Mario. Is roughly equivalent to one power-up. But then that was not it at all. So he jumped early, and then I was freaked out and scared, but whatever.
Let's talk about your World 3s, because that was something else. You both had runaway from the start. Then they came back. And I think narfman, it ran away on you again. And then there was an opportunity it could have ran away a third time, but luckily it didn't.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. So there's a lot of movements. I always look at, I don't really care win or lose. I like to have similar RNG though, or like, a close match. So I was watching the thing like a dummy, and I was like, yay, at least, we're both having a heart attack together. Such wholesomeness right now.
It's always nice to be in it together, even in a competitive scenario like this. You're kind of, it's tricky, but you're always kind of rooting for the other person not to just get totally hosed by the game at the very least.
Yeah, for sure. I want like the 50th percentile RNG. I know for myself, honestly, I can get a real kick out of if I get really absurdly bad RNG. That's like really uncomfortably funny as well in a kind of masochistic way. But yeah, for my opponent, I'm like, frankly, honestly, if the opponent just gets that awesome RNG, that just make me happy. I feel bad if they have bad RNG, but I don't care for myself.
Yeah, GG. I'll be more excited to watch it back than I originally thought because yeah, I was just like, wow, it might as well just keep piling it up. A little mini World 6 marathon, fight the extra bro. The 6 moves of 4 in World 5. It was just like red. My splits just are red on top of red on top of red, and it's just like I haven't died. I'm not doing too bad. I'm taking damage here and there. And then, then 610 didn't grab the ice block, and then had a squirrely fire kill on Lemmy that wasn't even like the stomp is quicker. So I was happy to get 7-1 in 4 tries. I was hoping it was going to be first try, of course, but compared with everything else, it was best of tougher situations.
Yeah, we really did see it kind of starting in World 3, Narfman just saving, as you mentioned with a lot of those scenarios, just saving a second or two, or even fractions of a second in some levels repeatedly, and kind of extending that lead until 7-1. And for your benefit, he didn't actually go in 7-1, I heard you mention. He just tried to clip it a very large number of times without success. So I'm not sure exactly what the count was, but it was, it took some doing.
And then, and I was happy with 7-4-2. I was like, well, this has been a rough go. I assume I'm way behind, so I was like, almost. I was like, I still can't do the end because I don't want to lose my hammer suit with everything else that's going on because it's just been a little bit off. But it was a decent 7-4-2, so that was kind of a highlight as well. And it's fun to play, even with the rough RNG, which you have to be ready for that when you sign up for a Warpless tournament. It's still fun to play. Well, in this case, the world record holder, brand new world record holder. It's always fun to play. Him with a 50, Teeks with a 50. So it's even with tough RNG, it's fun to play some bigger names and higher scores, so to speak.
Absolutely. It's been a great tournament so far. A lot of fun. There's a lot more tournament coming up this weekend. We have a few races tomorrow, and I think one more race on Sunday. So a lot of racing left to be had here. Just curious, thank you guys both, of course, for running, and thank you for SpeedGaming for hosting us. Does anyone have any final thoughts as we start to wrap up here?
I wanted to reiterate thanks and GG's to Neo. You did a great job tonight. It's a great race. It's always a lot of fun. And thanks High Flyer and Spicy for commentating and all the viewers in SpeedGaming for hosting. Everybody's awesome. GG's everybody. GG's world.
Yeah, GG Narfman, GG on the world record. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm excited to be in the booth tomorrow to call the Teeks and Mondi matchup, and we have great matches to go in this round, and I'm excited for the additional rounds as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, High Flyer.
No problem.
And I think if there's nothing else, we'll just sign it off there. A Narfma GG to all, and to all a good night, I suppose.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
All right, everyone. Have a good one.